KRFC 88.9 FM is pleased to bring you Community Spotlight, connecting with people and organizations in northern Colorado who help make our community better.
Hello, this is Ken Campbell with Community Spotlight, and today I have Suzanne Rouget, who is going to talk to us a little bit about the hemp industry and what's going on in that particular advancement. How you doing today, Suzanne?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So, yeah, talk to us a little bit and tell us what you've learned.
All right. Well, actually, the agenda for hemp is really moving forward in Colorado. It was obviously kind of tagging behind the MMJ issue, and so now the infrastructures are in place. The HIA has sponsored an event with a man named Steve Allen, who comes from Ireland. I'm working with Colorado Industrial Hemp Supply, which is John Patterson and Josh Rabe and Rabe and Melissa Rabe. And we're building a hemp home, and it will be the first permitted hemp home in Colorado. It's up in the mountains in the High Park Fire. So we're actually using the timber from the fire because that wood is still actually very beautiful and very useful. And Steve will be here the first part of September. And we're working on getting everything ready for the next step, which is actually applying the hempcrete. And he'll be teaching us how to do that. And by the end of the month, we will all be certified as hemp builders. John, is already certified. He went to Wisconsin to do a workshop with the same man. So we're very lucky to have that moving forward. We had 3 flatbed trucks full of hemp roll in a week ago Monday.
Really?
And it's all on site and ready to go. It looks like animal bedding, and that's actually how we were able to import it from Canada without having too much of a hassle.
So is it sort of processed already in a way?
It is. It's all ready to go. And actually, they're 30-pound bales, 33-pound bales, and they are very much like peat moss. When you buy peat moss, it's all wrapped in plastic, and we've got it covered and waiting for that September date.
So are you saying what you're planning is the first stages of creating products from hemp, or a wellness center focused around hemp? Which is it?
Okay, so both are actually happening. I'm getting the training now in order to eventually build the Moon Circle, which will be a hempcrete building. So hempcrete it's an amazing material. First of all, it's clean. It's totally green. And hemp is totally usable. There's no waste product with hemp.
Right.
So it's about 1/3 the weight of cement. And when you mix it with a little bit of cement and lime, it actually petrifies. And it does that within about 11 to 15 years. So the joints in a building are actually solidified. And the building should last 300 to 400 years with no problem. There's actually a bridge that was built in the 6th century that's never needed a repair. This stuff is amazing. It's waterproof. It's fireproof. It's pest resistant. It's mold and mildew resistant. It really is this miraculous substance that we can begin building homes with, and they won't be outgassing anything negative. In fact, they have a positive effect because they sequester carbon from the environment. So we plan on building the hemp out of 20 acres of the building out of hemp, 20 acres of hemp that we will grow on site. So we'll be pulling the carbon out of the Fort Collins skies, and then we will be locking it into this building. And right now it looks like we'll be able to lock 3 tons of carbon.
Now, the next question focuses on availability for your crop. How's that going to work out?
Well, actually, right now, there were 300 farmers in Colorado that were petitioning to get started this year, and many of them have planted, and their crops are growing well. This is a weed. So the big thing is to go slowly. And CSU is one of the leading cultivars in the United States. So, if we do a little bit of research before we kind of unleash this and have a lot of problems and know what we're growing, I think that's really the point that we're at right now. So 10 to 20 acres is actually, I think, very responsible way of looking at this. There's different types of hemp. So some is grown for seed. They generally are shorter plants and stockier, and then some are grown for fibers, and that's used for making rope and buildings and bedding for animals and fabrics. Okay. So they're different plants. Those fibers we want to be long and tall. So that's basically what I'm looking at growing.
The fibrous. Well, it sounds to me like this is an ongoing adventure that you will be contacting us at a future date to let us know how the progress is coming along.
Well, thank you. Yes, I'm running some Indiegogo campaigns in order to get the funding, and that is moving in a very positive way.
Okay.
I was able to fund my tuition for this hemp class, and that was exciting for me. And when I am certified hemp builder, then I'll be able to petition for permits.
Is there a website people can visit if they're curious about this whole venture?
Yes, there is. It's the Moon Circle is on Facebook, and hummingbirdhorizons.com is also another place to access information about the Moon Circle.
And they can also pitch in and help.
Volunteer to help build this building and learn how to do some hemp building on your own, because remodel jobs can be done with hemp much more efficiently. So we're really trying to encourage, especially people in the High Park Fire, because it makes sense to build your house out of something that isn't going to burn.
Exactly.
And it takes 2 hours for this to even begin to smolder. A lot of times what people die from is the toxins in the environment, toxins that poison their body. This can't kill you that way.
Well, this does sound like a stay tuned to stay tuned.
Yay.
So, yep, you got it. Now we understand. We're going to continue this at a future date, as I've expressed, and keep tabs of Suzanne and see how it works out for her.
Thank you so much for helping me get the word out.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming in.
You have been listening to KRFC's Community Spotlight. To submit an idea for our show, visit our website at krfcfm.org and click on Community.